everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave again this evening. But I did speak to some nice folks today. You know, I have a full-time job. I'm a high school history teacher, which reminds me of something real quick before I get into my story. I know I've had some students watching this show lately, which is perfectly fine and dandy, y'all. But maybe, since you have a test coming up this week, big test, mind you, maybe you should be watching something else. So I'm going to put a couple suggestions maybe right up here. And so if you're one of my students watching this show, maybe you ought to click on one of these things and watch one of those instead. It'll help you out on the test. I met with a couple of really nice folks today since I am a full-time high school history teacher, and since I do eBay in the evenings and I still want to spend some time with my kids, and I do YouTube as well, obviously. Since I do all that, I'm not going to be in there doing most of the work on that Commonwealth cabin. I'm going to need to hire a few people to do a few things that A, I'm not capable of doing, and B, I don't have the time to do. And I'll do a few things in there. But I talked to somebody who I'm going to have do a little bit of work for me today, and they came out. I don't want to go to Lowe's or to Walmart and buy all the storage unit stuff, all the shelving units. I either want to find that stuff out and about and find some unique things, or I want to pay somebody who has some skills to build it. I want to help those people who are local or who are craftsmen who can build some things. And so I tracked down a couple people. I found one that gives discounts to veterans and things like that. And I thought that's the kind of person that I want to ask to come out and do a little bit of work. So I was able to meet them this evening. And their names are Travis and Lisa. And thanks so much for coming out and meeting with me out there in the Commonwealth cabin and bouncing a few ideas off each other. And hopefully we're going to get to work on that in the next week or so. And maybe we'll show you a bit of a tour. Maybe I've already done a little bit of a sneak peek. Maybe we'll give you a little bit more of a tour as they're coming out and doing a little bit of work, and we'll keep you updated as we go through it. But in the meantime, we had some really good sales today. It's starting to slow down. You know, for a while there, I was selling 20, 25, 30 things every single day. And I'll be honest with you, it was wearing me out. I could barely keep up. A lot of times you could see the shipping that we do from above. And I put a video on Commonwealth Flipper of just shipping. Although we've been putting bits and pieces of shipping on our Commonwealth Picker videos too. But I know there are so many people who like to just watch the shipping. And we usually do it at 4 or 5 or 6 times the speed on Commonwealth Picker, and sometimes people like to see it at like 2 or 3 or 4 times the speed. So we put a couple of those on Commonwealth Flipper. At any rate, my wife was in some of those, and you saw her because I needed help. I mean, if I was shipping out 32 things in an evening, you know, and I got to wake up and go to school the next day, she was gracious enough to help. And I came down here today, and all this stuff was already laid out. She went and picked every single thing for me and got it all laid out. So that was really sweet. Thank you, baby. And so we had a grand total of $376.23, and then one sale out of the Commonwealth Flipper store for, I can't remember exactly, but it's really close to 35 bucks. All right, let's take a look at what's sold. All right, you don't see me sell Tupperware a lot in here. I used to sell tons of Tupperware. It used to bring a little bit more money than it does now, but now I sell a lot of the Tupperware inside of our 2 antique booths. You'll see me buy a lot of it out there at garage sales, and I get messages like, why are you buying Tupperware? Well, I buy some of it to sell on eBay, and I buy some of it to sell in the antique booth. This I happen to pay $1. I don't think I paid $2. Matter of fact, I think I know where I got this. I think I paid $1 for it. And it's a double canister set. They don't have the brown lids. They have the clear lids, the sheer lids. And these little nesting ones sell pretty good. This is just 2 of them. And if you don't sell Tupperware, it's really easy to look it up because there's always a number underneath right here. And you can just look that number up and you'll see that type of item. Now, you might have to do variations of colors and whatnot. But this is pretty easy. You know, this is a $15 sale plus shipping. So this is like a $13 profit on this item, and I think it'll stay under. One thing I do often with Tupperware is I'll just put a little bubble wrap around it and I'll put it in a poly bag. I mean, you're not gonna hurt this stuff. Now this one I might not. The round ones I don't like to do it quite as much, but if I find a flat one or something, no problem. I'll just ship that thing first class and put it in a poly envelope because you're not gonna hurt that Tupperware. All right, I just listed this one the other day. I think I got this from Richard. I can't remember Richard. Richard, the storage guy out there in Appomattox. I've done a couple videos that have had him in it. One of the yard sale videos recently had him in it. and one of the Commonwealth Flipper videos had him in it as well when we went out to his store in Appomattox. Actually, it's not a store. We went out to his warehouse in Appomattox, and he's a really nice guy. I think I got this from you, but I know I got a bunch of big Bibles from Richard. I don't know, maybe I got this somewhere else. But at any rate, it is a Faith Partners Edition Old Time Gospel Hour, which you find this stuff all over the place, because this is where Liberty University is. This is where Thomas Road Baptist Church is, about 30 minutes down the road. And this is the giant print edition, and it's not perfect. It's got a couple of issues here. It's well used, and it does have some writing inside of it here and there. I don't remember exactly what I paid. I think it was in that lot with Richard. So it sold for $10.90 plus shipping. When you're out there looking for Bibles, a lot of Bibles aren't worth anything, so don't just go out and buy them. That didn't sound right. A lot of Bibles aren't worth anything. A lot of Bibles aren't worth selling for profit. Is that better? But when you find the giant print, or the super giant print, or the red letters, or the ones with tabs on them, those are going to sell a little bit better. Or the ones that are devotionals, those will sell too. So, anyway, just something to think about. All right, this is the second night in a row where we sold a Rapunzel's castle. I did decide to put this is pretty good box. Not amazing, but it's got good corners on it. It's not bad. So I did decide to put this in a construction bag. And then what I did up here is on the outside of the construction bag and on the corners, I put extra cardboard to protect this spot right here. And I think it was pretty steady, and I think it's going to be pretty good to ship it that way. You definitely don't want to ship it in something like this, because it's a Christmas gift and somebody will see it. Plus, they're not going to be too happy with it anyways if you do it like that. So if I had a box for it, I would have put it in a box, but I didn't have one perfect for it, and this would have been a tough Franken box. So I made the decision to do it that way, and I'm pretty happy with it. And we'll see. I don't think I'll get any complaints. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I asked Blue Ridge Mama, because I couldn't remember if I bought this or if she bought this, if we bought it from TJ Maxx or Walmart. She said she remembers it. She bought it, and there were 5 of them. And there was a lady there standing next to her when she's putting all these in her cart. She thinks she paid $5 a piece for them. And I have the record somewhere. They're selling for $47 plus shipping. And we have 3 left? No, we have 2 left. So we've sold 3 of them so far. And there's a lady next to her, and the lady next to her is like, oh, my daughter would like that, or granddaughter would like that. Would it be okay if I have one? And my wife took one out of the cart and gave it to her. So she says she paid $5, man. If she did, what a great profit this is. All right, here's a yard sale buy. Not a Goodwill buy, it's a yard sale buy. And this is a size medium Lacoste sweater. Kind of cool. I like it. Like the old sleeves that kind of taper down. And this sold for $30. $30 free shipping. It'll probably just stay under, probably like 14 ounces is my guess, and it'll end up being first class. This stuff sells off and on. Plain Jane stuff, even the cardigans aren't selling as much as they used to, the little button-up cardigans. But this one is fairly unique. It's not plain Jane. It's got some multiple colors in it, got the stripe, and it's in really good condition. And so it got $30. I'd let it sit out there so somebody's going to grab this one up, and I'm happy with that sale. Probably paid $1 or $2 at a yard sale, so it's a pretty nice profit, maybe $22. Just got reminded of something because I had a roll of tape down there on my desk. So I want to ask you all a question, because I've been doing eBay for a long time, almost 20 years. And it seems to me every time I go to buy tape, I'm looking for better deals, and I end up buying a different kind, and then I regret it, and then I go back to the old kind, and then I go looking for another deal. And I don't have that one specific place, that one specific type of tape that I buy. I've jumped around to like 5 different things and then come back and then go to a different one. So I want to know if there's anybody out there who swears by a particular tape, and then tell me why. Not just one you like or one you buy or the price, but if there's one person that's passionate about their tape. And I'm curious to see if there is somebody out there and where you get it, and is it price, is it the quality of the tape, what do you like about it, what do you not like about it, the size of the tape roll, that kind of thing. So let me know if you're passionate about tape and what you buy down below, and see if I can share your passion about your tape, and maybe we can help some of these new resellers out there too find some. All right, Blue Ridge Mama's going to take credit for this one. This one is a Goodwill buy, and it's, I guess, Lido, I don't know, of California. And I think she just saw it hanging in Goodwill and thought, hey, that thing's pretty cool looking, and she went ahead and grabbed it. I don't know what even material this is. It feels like wool, but there's no way this thing is wool, I don't think. Probably some kind of acrylic. It says dry clean only. And it's a nice little sweater. I don't know. She looked it up and said it was a good one, and she was right. This thing sold for $40, 40 bucks. And this one is heavy, so this one is not going to stay under 16 ounces. It's going to end up, probably going to end up, depending on where it's going. If it's going off to the West Coast, California here, it's going to end up probably in a flat rate poly bubble envelope. And if it's going to be around here somewhere, I'll put it in a poly bag, maybe a couple, and I might even slide it in a priority box. Since it's a $40 sale, I might do that. Make it look a little bit more presentable. If somebody's spending 40 bucks on a sweater, to jam it into a bubble poly mailer isn't always the best look. I'd probably do it if it's gonna cost me 15 bucks to send this out to California. But at that point, I might be just looking at pirate ship or something. So if somebody spends money, I think packaging is a little bit more important. That's why Tupperware, you know, if you sell something Tupperware for $7.50, and you're spending time and money on the packaging, it's not worth selling it anyways. So it just depends on the item. So all right, here's an American Eagle bag, and you know, I'm a teacher, so I can look around and see what's hot and what's not. Haven't seen a ton of American Eagle stuff lately. 10 years ago teaching, the kids wouldn't be caught dead not wearing American Eagle, and so I still see it every once in a while. And you know, kids don't wear jeans. Jeans aren't the staple that they used to be. I'm not saying kids don't wear jeans, don't get me wrong. But every kid used to wear jeans all the time, and now you don't see it as much, and which is why it's also harder to sell jeans on eBay. But I'm able to keep an eye on things, and you know, for the price that I got this thing, I paid $1 for it. I knew it would sell. It's kind of a heavy duty bag. Some college student somewhere would buy this thing, and I might have to wait a while, but it sold here at Christmas, and it sold for $29.95, and this one will definitely go in a flat rate bubble mailer, and it'll be shipped out just like that for $7.33. And so I'll pay fees on this of say $5, even though it's not quite, so there's 12. So I'm gonna make $17, $18 profit on this item. All right, sold a Fleet Eneman, and this I don't think is going to a viewer. At least I saw no message in here, no message on anything that I've seen. But I'm gonna say the name anyways because I don't want to offend anybody. Kevin, thank you very much for buying this. We appreciate it. And if you didn't hear this, thank you anyways. $12.81. The Fleet Eneman is headed your way. So I brought this into school the other day, and I set it back on a back table over there, and just to see if anybody'd ask about it or say something about it. And you know what I heard them saying? I heard them saying that they thought this was a glue bottle. It was a glue bottle. Kind of looks like a glue bottle. I told them it wasn't a glue bottle. All right, here's an item that sold really quickly for me. I posted it or I listed it, and it sold within hours. I put a really good price on it. I toyed with putting prices out there that were very similar to the ones that were listed, and they were listed for like 30 bucks. Some as high as 50 free shipping, $29.95 with shipping. It's kind of got this bakelite. I don't know if this is actual bakelite or not. I don't know if you can see that pattern on there, but that's how they were all listed, as bakelite. I can pretty much assure you it's not, but nonetheless, it's a GE toaster, and it has a cool little chrome look to it. And it's tested, it's working great. I cleaned it up a little bit. I didn't go into detail, but I polished it up a little bit, and I spent maybe 5 minutes cleaning, testing, and taking pictures. Probably spent another 3 to 7 minutes doing some pictures. Look at that, I see myself. And then I listed the thing, and I'm probably gonna spend five minutes shipping it. So we're into this thing for about 15 minutes. And I think I paid $5 for it. I think I tried to pay $3 at a yard sale in Roanoke, which I haven't aired yet. And the guy just wouldn't budge, or we bundled it, maybe $4, something like that. And I thought I could probably sell it in my mind. I'm thinking I could sell for 25 to 30 bucks. And I went and I looked it up, and that was about right. But I didn't want it sitting around for too long. I thought maybe right now is the time to sell it. And I just listed it for 20 bucks plus shipping. And it sold almost immediately. So I probably should have listed it for 25 bucks. I don't know if it would have sold immediately or not, but I listed it for 20. So I'm gonna make about $13 on this thing, $12 on it, which is not great. but $12 in 15 minutes. I'm making 50 bucks an hour, so I'm happy with that. All right, here is St. Francis. And for you Catholics out there, you know St. Francis. For my students out there, this is one of the preaching orders, the Franciscans. You had trouble with that question. Remember, we got the Dominicans, we got the Franciscans. The current pope is a Jesuit, right? So this is the big three preaching orders. So maybe you can remember that for the test coming up. At any rate, St. Francis, the patron saint of animals, and you know, St. Francis of Assisi, the Seeing Eye Dog Foundation, and all that stuff. So he's the one you see in the garden most of the time when you see his statues out and about. At any rate, this is a Fontanini, and I put Fontanini on discount for, I think, 15% off. Just trying to sell these last few items before Christmas. And I put it on discount today for 15%, and it sold. Still a bunch of other stuff out there that hasn't sold. I was hoping for 2 or 3 sales today off of that 15% discount and didn't get it. So we'll see. I have it on sale for another 2 days, see if I can sell another couple of pieces. I think we're down to like 13 pieces left. All right, if you can believe it, somebody out there bought 8 of these things, and I've seen no messages. I've seen nothing on Facebook, nothing on eBay, nothing on YouTube, nothing anywhere. So I think that this is a non-YouTube sale, a non-viewer sale. And I had a listing, and they bought every single one, that had 2 of these listed for 20 bucks. My single listings are $12.81. And I have had some sales on those, but somebody came in today and bought the final 4 of them. Darren is the name. I don't think you're a viewer, but if you're a viewer, thanks so much. 80 bucks. 80 bucks. And this won't stay, unfortunately, under 16 ounces. This will end up being probably 1.5 pounds of Eneman, and we'll put this thing in a box and ship them out, and we'll have a really nice profit on this. I can only imagine. Maybe it's a doctor who bought these and going to give it to all of his nurses or all of her nurses. No, it'd be a him, Darren. I don't know. Darren, if you're out there and you do watch this show, send me a message and tell me what you're doing with these things. This My Pet Monster sold off the Homeschool Hustler store. I don't think I'm going to bring Reagan down here today. She has been under the weather. She's been sick, and so has Turner, although he did come down yesterday. So I'm going to leave them upstairs with Blue Ridge Mama and let them drink their Sprite and have their saltine crackers, and hopefully they feel better soon. But this is a Homeschool Hustler store sale for 35 bucks. Free shipping, and it'll be probably in between 1 and 2 pounds. I don't think we're going to put this one in a poly bag. It probably won't stay under, but it's close. And speaking of my 2 little sick kids out there, just wanted to take a second out there to say something to one of our most special viewers, my grandmother, the kids' great-grandmother. They call her Mumsy. I call her Grandma. And you had your pacemaker replaced, and you came out of that surgery just terrific, and you're back at home, and we're happy you're home, and we hope you're feeling better and better every single day, and Merry Christmas, and we love you. And to all the viewers out there, Merry Christmas to you as it gets closer and closer. Hopefully you get your shopping done, your wrapping done, and you can enjoy some time with each other. We appreciate you spending time with us, and we'll see you next time. Forgot to update the Plush Nirvana sale with that Gwonk monster sale with my hieroglyphics. As Blue Ridge Mama would tell me, I must be the teacher with the worst handwriting in the history of America. Any rate, $26 profit, $413 total dollars out of $156.